Welcome to the Breakroom, the New Rockstars live show. We are completely live right now at 5:02 p.m. Pacific, 8:02 p.m. Eastern. We are here to recap what has already happened at Comic-Con and mostly to react live to what is going to be happening in the next hour for the Marvel Studios live action panel taking place down in San Diego.
Yeah, baby.
We're very excited to cover it live here with you. We'll have all the breaking news, any trailers that come out, any images that get released, crazy casting announcements.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. I'm a little too nervous. Can I click this at one point?
I wouldn't click it.
Well, speaking of the devil, we've got producer John here with us, producing live.
Everyone. We'll
in
see
front
how
of
this
us.
goes. We'll see.
If things get crazy, if the images on the screen all flicker, it's because John's pressing a button right in front of you. Right next to him, Jessica Clemons here.
I am manifesting as much as I can for Scarlet Witch. I need a more Scarlet Witch.
She's dead. Let her die.
No one ever dies.
Yes, the sharply dressed Mr. Eric Owusu.
Yeah.
I might have accidentally tricked everybody into dressing more formally than I was planning on.
I got a text this morning that was, hey, me and Zach are gonna dress up in suits, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll dress like my normal great self. And Zach did not show up even with a tie.
I feel bad. You always feel worse being the least well-dressed person at a party, and that is me today. I apologize, both to my fellow panelists and to you, the viewers. A quick couple shout-outs. We are going to be going to you, the audience, a lot. We appreciate you. The chat is blowing up right now. We know you're as excited as we are. We're going to try to get to any super chats. We've already got Jameel Hall. Thank you for saying, I don't believe this is live. Believe it, Jameel. Believe it. And thank you to, yesterday we had some great super chatters we didn't get to. David Jenkins, Spartan, a couple other folks. We'll try to address all the super chats and any other chatters. We'll be running some polls. We'll be hearing from you as the news breaks. We're super excited. I think we want to start.
Yeah, we already have some news.
Ooh, John.
No. What you were talking about.
Oh, okay. We want to start by recapping the Warner Brothers live action DC panel.
Oh, yeah.
That was earlier
While
today.
we wait for Marvel news,
Yes.
it's slowly rolling in. I'm hawking Twitter right now
Yes.
to bring us
and,
updates.
and I just want to point out, because I don't think I realized this till a couple days ago. The Marvel panel is not streaming anywhere. If you're watching us right now and like, oh, never mind, I don't want to watch these geeks. I want to watch the real thing. Tough luck, you can't. You can only watch these geeks, okay?
We'll do our best.
You can either refresh Twitter and be looking at static images and words, or you can watch us have fun with the news. So, the Warner Brothers DC panel.
Yeah, we got some good news from Warner Brothers and DC.
That Shazam
got a
trailer.
Shazam trailer.
That Shazam trailer's so fire. Also, is that Helen? Is that what's the actress's name?
Helen Mirren?
Yeah, it's Helen
Yes.
Mirren. Helen
and
Mirren.
Lucy Liu, right?
Lucy Liu, yeah.
I once I saw Helen Mirren, I was like, oh my god, they got Helen Mirren for a DC.
That's a big get.
For DC. That is insane. That's like grabbing Dame Judi Dench and throwing her in a superhero
Meryl
movie.
Streep is putting on a cape or something like that.
Weird
Yeah.
stuff from that. Some weird stuff from that trailer. We had a shot from the Snyderverse in the trailer. So canon of
Multiple shots. We had Batfleck
Yes.
and the Flash from
both from
yeah.
Justice League Snyder cut.
Are people disappointed?
Canon is a question here. We also got a new trailer for Black Adam. Amanda Waller is confirmed to be in that movie now, sort of expanding her role in the DCEU.
Yep.
Yeah.
How mad is everybody in the chat that Henry Cavill didn't show up for Superman?
And no, I mean, we were thrilled that great coverage, fun panels for both Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Black Adam. All the stars were there. We got new footage, everything. But we were all a little bummed. No new announcements. No kind of.
I understand being bummed. I was just so ecstatic about the Shazam trailer. Yeah. Maybe that was so awarding for me.
Fun.
I love it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited to see Zachary Levi again. I'm so excited.
And the whole family. They all walk in and say Shazam at the same time.
I think that's the most redeeming part for me in Shazam is that the entire family is involved.
Yeah.
With it. And so I'm glad that the second one is just family.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, prominent Digimon Hansu reps in there. I mean, he's in that trailer a lot. For a guy that was not in the original film that much, I love that he's seems to be playing a big role.
The Hall H panel for Marvel is now underway.
Okay.
If you guys are watching, it started a little bit
And
late.
again, we're going to be breaking that news.
Yep.
Anytime anything comes out, any trailers drop, anything like that, we'll have it. And I know we might come back to Warner Brothers. There is a little bit of Marvel news we already got. We got a
should we
poster.
go to that?
Yes. We
Let me
got
see
a
it, let me
poster
see it.
released just a few minutes ago for Ant-Man Quantumania.
Look at that.
Oh, that's her. That's her.
Yes. And
So exciting.
Two big things in this poster that are kind of news. Prominently featured Stature. Cassie
Love it.
Lang,
Yeah.
right there with Ant-Man and Wasp. Like, it's kind of going to be a three-headed hero kind of adventure.
Yeah.
And then the second big thing, our first look at Kang the Conqueror in his Conqueror kind of classic
Kang
comic
look.
book form.
I love it.
Our Lord and Savior Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does look like Jesus and the toast.
This is a Comic-Con poster, so maybe not like the full theatrical poster.
Well, it doesn't even have the title of the film on it.
It does.
or
It's
release
sort of in the
date or-
bottom
okay,
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, thank you,
real
yeah.
hard to see.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that. They
But yeah,
shrunk
you're right.
the title. Look at
It
that.
also has it has a cool aesthetic. Sorry, John, I know you just pulled it off,
Yeah.
but a little bit of a Starry Night kind of a
Totally.
vibe
Yeah, the
to
quantum
art
realm,
style.
right?
My favorite
Yeah.
part is Hank Pym's not in this one. Literally, his
favorite
entire
part?
family.
We would not accept
except for him.
Douglas slander here on this
No,
show.
I love Hank Pym. I just think it's so funny that he's just like, it's like, this is the 3. And it's like, well, I mean, he helped. He made the
He
suits
did.
too.
He was the OG Ant-Man. Yeah.
We got a couple great super chats we want to shout out. Thank you, Benjamin Andrews. Nariman saying, Jess, as always, best dressed, puts y'all to shame. That is
Yeah.
factual.
We can't fight that.
Even on normal days when some of us aren't wearing suits, she's the best dressed, just on a random Tuesday or Thursday.
I like outfits.
Alexander Link, Zach looks like a baby daddy at child support court.
Oh God.
I was gonna say the old frat bro who's coming back on like a football weekend to hang out at his house. But either way,
I can see it.
I'll take
It's
it.
a little bit better. We do if you're wondering what's happening inside Hall H right now,
what's
they're
going
running a little sizzle reel for some previous Marvel Studios shows and movies, and Stan Lee did the narration. I have no idea how or what the story is, but that's what I'm being told.
I love that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just now going underway at 5:09.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's going.
Go off.
And again, we're going to be here kind of till the panel ends, covering everything live as it happens. Now, a quick thing here. If you are maybe new to New Rock Stars, hit like and subscribe. We got the best breakdowns, theory videos, Marvel, Star Wars, DC, all kinds of fandoms. 2, if this is maybe your first time watching The Breakroom, we are here every weekday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, covering the breaking news of the day, some combination of these folks, some other folks. We have a lot of fun. Sometimes it gets very silly, always interactive with the chat. Come check us out. I just wanted to recap or pre-cap. What are some of the things we're looking for to come out of this panel?
Well,
now, we know, first and foremost.
Yeah, well, I mean, we know. We think we're going to get Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer, hopefully, fingers crossed.
We've had nothing about that film. It's coming out in November.
Yeah. They've been doing this though with the Thor promos came kind of late. We got the look at Multiverse of Madness at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, but they've been shrinking their window.
Now,
The
my
thing is, they don't. We talked about it briefly on here, and I'm so sorry to cut you
please.
off. We talked about it briefly on here that even if they never showed the trailer, we'd still go see the
Yes.
movie.
All the tickets
That's the
are
thing.
sold.
Is
The
that-
tickets are sold.
They know- and I think
the
they know
AMC
that.
app is gonna
Oh,
crash.
and I'd be so mad.
Yeah.
You'll see me tweeting.
Well, along those lines, my question, again, we feel most confident that's the next big theatrical release from Marvel. Do you think we get like full 90-second, 2-minute trailer? Do you think it's more of like a teaser?
For
And
Black
just-
Panther?
Yeah, Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
I think they're gonna get the full trailer.
Full trailer today, yeah.
They have to at this
Here's the
point.
question: Feige is on stage with a Miss Minutes hat on. Are we gonna get any Loki season 2 today?
Well, I think maybe that connects to Quantumania.
Ooh,
Maybe
that's
the
a
Kang
totally
and
theory.
the Miss
Yes.
Minutes are still together, and she's showing up
so
Quantumania.
that plays nicely into 2 other things we're looking for here, right? The next film after Wakanda Forever is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That's coming early next year. And we know they're already shooting Loki season 2. We've seen some set photos, kind of some illegally taken paparazzi-esque. So we don't know when that's coming out. Maybe, hopefully next year.
Hopefully.
So yeah, those things could be connected, or yeah, he's just likes the hat.
That's well, his hats mean a lot, so it's like, it's like if he's wearing that hat for the entire Hall H panel today, that means that Miss Minutes is a big thing right now.
I mean, who
I don't think it's
doesn't
just
love
for
Miss
fun.
Minutes?
That's true.
Miss Minutes also, in
baddie.
addition to the hat, Miss Minutes also opened the panel on screen, saying, let me pull up the quote here. Shoot, I've lost it. Saying, "You survived a looping, endless apocalypse and made it here to the end of time." Maybe this is it for the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
What if they took everyone in Hall H and just threw them in a different time?
Sinkhole opens, swallows everyone.
Prepare to meet. What is it? I always say the Grandmaster.
What about the Grandmaster?
I said the Grandmaster. You know that when he's going down the tunnel, it's like, be prepared to meet.
Yes.
And I keep saying the other one, and I'm not gonna say the other one.
Yeah, the Grand Dub.
That's different.
Yeah.
Phase 4 is announced ending with Wakanda Forever. That's
Wow.
what
Phase 4 is ending?
That's what they've announced.
ending?
So phase
4
5
starts
begins
Quantumania,
with Quantumania.
The Kang,
No way.
you know,
Kang Dynasty.
Kang Dynasty.
So
perhaps.
real quick, way early speculation. What does that mean about Wakanda Forever?
That's a great question.
It ends phase 4?
We've heard them say time and time again, phase 4 is all about the repercussions of Endgame, right? And like characters dealing with Endgame. I'm kind of, it's sort of a coda to the first 3 films. I think maybe that just means like this last film will be dealing with Endgame, and then we're moving on to new threats.
If it ends with Wakanda Forever,
It's gonna be a big movie.
well, it's going to be a big movie. They can introduce a lot of new characters to bring into the Phase 5, and maybe that is what they're doing, because if Secret Invasion is supposed to mimic what Endgame, not mimic, but be like all of them come together, this would be a perfect time to like throw a lot of people like Riri into Wakanda Forever.
And you mentioned like launching new characters. What if we also see some kind of storylines that we've already seen? What if there are some Multiverse of Madness repercussions in Wakanda Forever? What if there is, you know, some No Way Home? Who knows what might be impacted there?
Bucky, we're still in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Bucky was always coming in contact with the Dora Milaje.
Here is a photo that we've got of the panel. This is just sort of what they did for Phase 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so
This is already released content up to Wakanda Forever, right?
yeah, this is everything that they've already sort of put out. Although Wakanda Forever is not on this list, but I imagine that kind
of ends with She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So this is
next month.
supposed to be all of Phase 4.
Yeah, essentially this is
Okay.
Obviously, another thing we anticipate getting here today, She-Hulk, maybe new footage, maybe Tatiana Maslany on stage. We don't know. We're hoping it's something cool. We're excited about that show. Real quick before we get more breaking news, other things, I mean, again, stuff we're anticipating before the end of 2022, Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special is happening this holiday season, and then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, in theory, next year. We know it's being shot or already wrapped, right? So maybe we get, and I think James Gunn tweeted a photo of a raccoon riding a tricycle or something like that the other day.
It seemed like he was going, we knew Will Poulter, the actor playing Adam Warlock, is on his way to Comic-Con, so we think we might get some of that stuff here. Do we want to just take a peek at the whiteboard?
Yes.
We've already sort of ran it down.
Our very unofficial, hastily thrown together whiteboard. So yeah, on the right, things we feel somewhat confident we might get some news on. Maybe these are all things we think.
I'm going to interject. We've got 2 big pieces of breaking news.
Oh my God. Here we go.
We have a release date for Blade.
We did it!
November 3rd.
We did it, Joe!
We've got a release date for Blade, November 3rd, 2023. Big news. Coming soon.
2023.
And
Merry
then
Christmas.
we also have a sort of release date for Daredevil Born Again.
For Disney Plus?
For Disney
For
Plus,
Disney
an
Plus.
18-episode series coming spring 2024. 18
episodes.
Wow.
18 episodes.
It's gonna be a sitcom.
So is Daredevil, did they... Okay, so they already mentioned that they're keeping in touch with the original Daredevil that was on Netflix,
Charlie
right?
Cox, in theory, right? Is
Charlie
still going to
Cox
be
But some
playing.
of the storyline is still
we think,
there.
Charlie Cox is coming back.
18 episodes?
18
That's a good
episodes.
run.
They basically already renewed it.
Yeah, that's 2 episodes in one, or 2 seasons in one.
Basically.
That's incredible.
I'm
What else, you
hoping
guys?
that's not a typo and it's 8 episodes or something like that. you know?
Blade.
18 episodes. Wow.
Yeah.
And Blade. Now, we knew, obviously, the last time we saw Kevin Feige in Hall H 3 years ago, 2019, he had Mahershala Ali on there, you know, saying, meet Blade. cool, but we've heard nothing since then.
Yeah.
We got just his voice in the end credits for Eternals, but no announcements. No, I don't think we have a director. I don't think we've heard anything about any of that.
We have a writer, but we don't have
Who's
a
the writer?
director. Stacy, she's a Ghanaian American woman.
Oh, beauty.
She's super dope. I've met her a time or two.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Great, love that.
And maybe again, all those things are probably decided behind the scenes. It hasn't been announced publicly. Really cool. Probably learn a lot more soon about that. But that's awesome.
All right, and
These are live
I've got a
reactions,
phase
you guys.
5 photo. that I'm
Okay,
trying
here
to
we
pull
go.
up.
Breaking news.
Please stand by. Vamp for me. Vamp for me.
Vamp. Speaking of
live-
Blade,
this
vamping.
is live reactions.
Yes, this is very
And that's
live.
why I'm also going to apologize because I get very excited.
Yeah, she
All
almost
right.
knocked one of my teeth out.
Here we go. Here's what we've got for phase 5. I'll run this through for you guys
Okay.
right
Look
now.
at that.
We've
we
got
might need to go whole screen.
full
yeah.
screen. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania,
Yes.
February 17th, 2023. Secret Invasion, Spring 2023. New title for that one, or title logo treatment. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 8th, 2023. Echo series is going to be Summer 2023.
Okay.
Loki Season 2, Summer 2023.
Wow, soon.
That's very soon. And then we've got the Marvels, July 28th, it looks like, 2023.
Summer release,
Blade,
okay.
November 3rd. We've got Ironheart coming fall 2023. Agatha, House of Harkness. Oh no, it got a new title, Coven of Chaos.
That's a better title right there.
That's a great title. That's a great
Coven
title.
of Chaos.
Coven of Chaos. That's coming in winter 2023
Oh, my
into
heart.
2024. Yes. Then we have Daredevil Born Again in spring 2024.
Hell yeah, baby.
And then we have another announcement, Captain America New World Order, May 3rd, it looks like, 2024.
Oh,
And the Thunderbolts now officially confirmed with a date in July 2024. A ton of cool new announcements.
Look at all
Thunderbolts.
Coven
Woo!
of
Coven of Chaos.
I
Okay.
mean, those last two things are whammies right there. Okay, well, I mean, we'd recently gotten news that there was a writer for the next Captain America film, right?
And a director.
And a director. We did not have a release date. And we did not have a subtitle. New World Order.
That's such a good title. That I love the titles. The titles are amazing.
I love it.
Can
and
I see that one more time?
And
I'm
then,
so sorry.
wow, we've been speculating for a long time. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, all your work has finally paid off, my lady. We get a Thunderbolts film.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
that purple hair dye is going to
That-
come into
yes.
action.
What most excited for? What is it? What's your two most excited for?
Ooh, Halloween season Blade. I gotta say,
Yeah.
November
Yeah, that's
3rd.
right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't even put that together.
Halloween
Yeah.
weekend Blade.
The
Yeah.
She-Hulk crew is now out on stage, but do we want to go to the whiteboard and sort of,
Let's go to the
do it.
whiteboard here. Well, first off, wow, we've gotten almost everything. I mean,
yeah, we had a checklist.
now, okay, our wish list here. These are kind of things people have been speculating about. We've been hoping for, and I will say, maybe this panel might end with a bomb getting dropped. Right? We got Blade walking out at the end of the panel 3 years ago. I still wouldn't doubt if we get Krasinski, Patrick Stewart, somebody coming out at the end of this panel. But so far, Blade confirmed, Thunderbolts confirmed. It's still nothing on Avengers, Young Avengers. Really, and all this series and the release dates you've listed besides Thunderbolts and Blade and
one more time.
what was the other?
Captain
America.
America.
Right? These are all things that were announced at previous Comic-Cons. We didn't know the exact order, but we knew they were coming.
Yeah.
Very cool. I always like, Eric is always Voss is always speculating about these releases, coming out in the order they release for a reason. Right? Things building to each other, building upon each other. What are you saying, Jessica?
So I agree with history nerd. No Armor Wars.
I don't see Armor Wars on this list.
That's
They
interesting.
did
It says
confirm
Ironheart, right?
Ironheart is a different series.
They're
Yeah.
two different
Riri
ones.
Williams.
That's Riri Williams.
It's possible. Hey, you only have so much room for a graphic.
That is
They
also-
did say this is the Phase 5 lineup. This will be the end of Phase 5 with the Thunderbolts. it sounds
So that
like.
means we're probably getting into. I don't want to speculate too much, but it doesn't seem like this will be that much mutants. More so, well,
Well, who knows?
It might
they
be,
can
yeah.
always throw in some mutants in there.
This is definitely not
We know
X-Men,
it's,
I'll tell
know,
you that
it's,
much.
It's Quantumania too, and we don't have Fantastic Four on this docket. They don't have a director anymore. We don't know where that's going to slate in. I bet it'll be within this time window.
This timeline isn't the timeline of which it's just when it's coming out. It's not like the timeline in the actual MCU, correct?
You couldn't know.
Right.
You couldn't
Yeah.
know.
These are release dates.
Yeah,
Those are
we
release
assume
dates.
they're following roughly chronological order within the films as well. Well, my mind immediately goes to previous phases, not this current phase 4, but previous phases have ended with team-up movies. Now, does that mean Thunderbolts is kind of the team-up movie for this upcoming phase?
You could think we didn't get Young Avengers. Maybe this will be the Young Avengers will be in that film, and it'll be kind of a flip side.
And just to recap, right? Thunderbolts in the comics, kind of an anti-hero squad, right? There's a lot of people that rotate in and out of Thunderbolts, often run by Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross.
Right.
That's where the name comes from. Previously played by William Hurt.
Our
Rest
best
in
guess
peace.
is probably this will be the name of a team that honors him in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
We think John Walker, U.S. agent.
Yelena
Belova,
Belova.
probably. Who are
Maybe
some other-
maybe
Well,
Echo.
the thing is
We don't-
they-
kind of an anti-hero
Echo.
character. Yeah.
They could take some of the Young Avengers.
Yes.
And put
Yeah,
them
you
in
think
there.
Kate Bishop could maybe get
I think her and
swayed?
Yelena are going to
Hey,
become
I
really
mean,
close friends.
Voss pointed out Ghost featured prominently in the Marvel Zombies
Ghost and the
panel.
Zombies.
Is that a relatively obscure character they're
Well,
looking to do more with in the future?
Marvel Zombies makes sense, but in the actual show, she lost her powers, right?
Yeah, they kind of cured
and,
her,
they
kind of.
cured her.
Yeah.
They healed her.
Yeah.
So a
So
new
it's like, I don't
She-Hulk trailer also just dropped. The final She-Hulk trailer. Do you want me to spend some time queuing that up?
Let's do it.
Yes, yeah,
Great,
we'll
we'll cue
keep
that up for everyone
we'll
at
keep
home.
talking about the release. John's gonna run off. He's pulling double duty. He's directing, producing, starring in. He's a real auteur today. But
Do you think the
Renaissance
Thunderbolts
Man.
are going to try to get us to like them? Like that team up?
I mean, if it includes Yelena,
Yeah.
we already love her.
We're sold.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on board, right? And I mean, John Walker, maybe that's a tougher one, right? I can't wait to see Thunderbolts. Who's on it? Who are they fighting? What are they doing there? Is it like a random alien invasion? Are they fighting another team? Maybe that for now it's called Thunderbolts, but what if it's called Thunderbolts versus Young Avengers? Or Thunderbolts versus Avengers, or Thunderbolts versus somebody else, right?
That'd be really cool.
It's really hard to tell also because now that like Thor is gone and a lot of other of the original Avengers are kind of just like everywhere doing their own thing. Does it look like it's only gonna be Bucky and and the new Captain America? Because it's just like. Is it just gonna be 2 versus the entire Thunderbolt team? Like that's not gonna. I don't know how it's gonna fly.
We've kind of been asking that. Who the hell is on the Avengers right now? What are they doing? We haven't seen them as a unit in a while. I want to run through some super chats real quick. Benjamin
go ahead.
Andrews, OMG. We're all there with you, Benjamin Andrews. We're all feeling OMG right now. Roland John Doliente, Daredevil, let's go. Yes,
Hey.
sir. 18 episodes, if that's true. Wild if true.
I mean, it'll be a slow burn, but a good slow burn. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I think they can really extend Daredevil for 18 episodes. My question is it has to be like 30 minutes, right? It's not gonna be an hour. Maybe that's why, because
so much. That's a
Netflix
good
was
point.
an hour.
Yeah. And maybe they're playing with formats a little bit, right? Maybe they are like, we'll do a little shorter. The street level stuff of Daredevil, let's be honest, from a budgetary perspective, a little easier to pull off than Loki stuff, than Moon Knight stuff, right?
Yeah.
You don't need as much CGI. It's a little bit more punching dudes in hallways and stuff like that. So maybe they can make twice as many episodes for about the same price.
And I love the title Born Again. So many different nods. So, we have Daredevil as, obviously like a Catholic praised person, the Daredevil, the devil of Hell's Kitchen. So there's definitely a nod to Christianity there, born again, Jesus getting saved, blah, blah, blah. But then also, Daredevil's coming to Disney Plus. So it's kind of a nice little middle finger to Netflix. Being like, hey, Daredevil's born again on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Suck it, Netflix.
Baptized
Suck it,
in the
Netflix.
waters of Disney Plus, born again.
Yeah, baptized
Yes.
in the water by Chapek.
Now, I think Jessica already pointed out things we did not see on that slate. No Armor Wars.
No, I'm
Did we see a Werewolf by Night?
I didn't.
No Werewolf by Night either.
I don't think
No
they're.
Werewolf by Night, which is
I think
a
they're
bummer.
still being secretive, right? Because technically, do we know it's Werewolf by Night?
I mean, we're pretty sure.
We're pretty sure, but no, it's not.
There's been kind of rumors, announcements. We were kind of half assuming here at New Rockstars that would be a Halloween-ish kind of thing coming out this year.
I could see it still coming out. They're just keeping it. They're like, oh, there's too much stuff right now, and if we need to push, we can push
That's right, and maybe it's more along the lines of an I Am Groot. That's animated, of course, but it's something not as canon. It's more just like, hey, here's some bonus stuff. We're gonna drop some mini episodes on Disney Plus. Not worth putting into a big slate. We don't know. Thank you, Frey Girl, throwing in a super chat. I'm already at shut up and take my money, she said. Bless your heart, Frey Girl. Mark Cooper, Daredevil and She-Hulk? I mean, seems a lot more likely now, doesn't it?
Up, yeah.
I agree with Spirit Douglas. I really wanted Blade to be a series.
Really?
Because I want it forever. I think that's the problem.
You want just every week more Blade in your life?
I want a weekly drop of Blade. I want a weekly drop of Blade. Because you don't bite my neck.
What about, now, what do we think about the rating on Blade?
What is it?
The rating.
Well, we don't know.
What do we
Do you think they probably got to stick, if they want to make $1 billion, they got to stick with PG-13 or lower?
It could be mature. It could be mature. Mature's higher than PG-13.
That's a TV. That's a TV rating, though. If it's going to be a theatrical release, right, do they do PG-13? Are we going to get, another thing we did not see, Deadpool 3. Not on that list.
Not yet.
Just thinking about possible R-rated, first MCU R-rated films.
Has there ever been $1 billion R-rated movie?
I think the all-time highest R-rated movie, John can Google this, is the Joker movie. I believe is the highest earning R-rated movie of all time, I want to say.
So it is possible.
Yes,
For a comic book movie
especially
to get an
for
R
a super, yeah.
and get a lot of money.
DC's like, yes.
Yes, $1 billion.
It did confirm make $1 billion. Thank you, John.
Hey.
Okay, we got a good super chat. Thank you, Theodore Harris, asking if the Thunderbolts is the end of Phase 5 in July 2024. There's still 2 more open movie dates in 2024.
Announced previously.
Yes. Okay, that's interesting. You're doing your homework, Theodore Harris. So like Marvel kind of blocks off release weekend windows, right? That they later fill in with the actual movie. Like we saw that a lot. They kind of flip movies around sometimes and whatever, but they keep those blocks open because they're like, okay, what's going to dominate in quarter 2 and quarter 3, whatever. And so there's 2 gaps left. That's interesting. Good looking out, Theodore Harris. That could be Deadpool 3 could slip in there. Maybe a Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Thanks, Teddy. We love that
Teddy
insight.
H coming through.
Do we want to watch the...
Yes, we're going to watch the...
I'm sorry, I was yelling at people. I forgot I was mic'd back there. Okay, I think this should work. Fingers crossed. I have never done this live before. Let's give it a shot. Here we go.
Still in control, no overwhelming feelings of rage.
No, a normal amount of rage.
You do revert back to Gen form when you sleep.
Was the air horn really necessary?
For comedy, absolutely. This is a multi-year journey you're about to embark on.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's your best friend?
Nikki.
Spandex. Spandex is your best friend. Being a Hulk asks for balance. You have so much more to learn. Yes!
So I'm clearly nailing it at all these things.
If you want to go back to your life as a lawyer, I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
More and more eccentric superhumans are coming out of the woodwork. We're going to launch a division for them. And I want the She-Hulk to be the face of it.
Jennifer Waters. Namaste.
I have a serious conflict of interest. This man tried to kill my cousin, Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite all right.
Oh. People only care because I'm representing Emil Blonsky.
I think they care because they're like, hey, that girl's great.
Jen, do your thing.
God, I really like this outfit.
I'm not proud of this.
Miss Walters, we answer to a higher power. Our universe is on the edge of a precipice.
I am a lawyer. We do things by the book.
The Book of Ashanti.
No, the Book of American laws.
Whether you like it or not, you're now a superhero.
Let's do this. You know that friend you had in high school who was way cooler than you were, attractive, got all the attention from everyone? Hello.
I think I'm jealous. Is that what I'm feeling?
Oh, hey! Confirmed.
Wow, dude, they were holding a lot back for the second trailer.
Yeah, wow, that's so fun.
I mean, the whole direct address, breaking the fourth wall, talking to the camera, which is a big part of the comics, the She-Hulk comics. She's kind of like a Deadpool-esque, kind of self-aware character.
Feedback took from She-Hulk. Interesante.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm obsessed with so much of it.
Where do you start?
Titania kicking her in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Like straight up brawling in the courtroom.
Looked great.
I'm obsessed with it. It looked like they were also at like not a rehab or like an intervention, but like
Yes,
a kind of
a
like
support group.
A support group for maybe people that are heroes trying to.
And we will say Eric Voss or somebody on the New Rockstars channel will be breaking down that trailer fully because there's a lot. There's a bunch of characters kind of flying by for just a second that I know he's going to tell us who they are and what's going on. There was so much information. I mean, honestly, I could watch 6 or 7 episodes of just Hulk and She-Hulk on an island, training each other, giving each other shit, cracking jokes.
Just keep bringing Wong into everything.
Yes,
Wong into literally everything.
Get those checks.
And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him.
Benedict, we're proud of you.
Yes, man.
So I don't want to cut us off from talking about She-Hulk, but there is more news, right?
Go.
We got the Secret Invasion crew on stage now.
Whoa.
That could be big news. Lots to talk about. Secret Invasion sort of being a dark thriller, which is exciting. We think it might take place during the blip. There's been talks about that. Not totally sure. Maybe that's been confirmed yet. Fury with no eye patch and a beard. Rhodey. I don't know if they're showing footage. Let's see. And they've moved quickly onto Quantumania. So they say Quantumania is kicking off Phase 5. We don't have footage from Secret Invasion yet online, but if we see some, we'll show you.
A thriller?
But you guys, welcome to go back to She-Hulk.
No, it's a,
interesting. Okay, well, there's not a lot of Secret Invasion, though. How fitting. A Secret Invasion show. They're keeping pretty secret from us, the fans, not letting us know a lot of what's going on. Dark thriller, yeah, we've always kind of speculated it's kind of like a spy thing,
espionage,
right? It's a lot of Skrulls infiltrating different organizations, S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff going on, and that's still all we know. Boy, there's a lot we could talk about that She-Hulk trailer.
I'm glad that it was Daredevil, not Matt
Murdock.
Yeah, not
just
Matt Murdock.
as a lawyer.
Because I kept assuming, I was like, oh, it's just gonna be lawyers on lawyers. But this was Daredevil.
We'll probably get both.
Yeah, so I'll just go to the end here because that's, I mean.
Well, and how fitting. Just yesterday at the animation panel, we saw Daredevil's going to be appearing in Spider-Man freshman year in the black suit. That looked like the black suit, right?
Yeah, let's see if I can go back here.
Well, he has the stick. It's him, right? We're not being crazy.
It's
definitely him.
Oh,
right?
for sure. And there's a reason they don't show him all the way, right?
That's the best look that we get right
That's
there. Right?
Look at that
Right?
stomach.
That's pretty fun.
Look at them forearms.
Also, anybody that's still complaining about the CGI on this show, I got no time for you. Go away.
It looks good here.
Go away. It looks great.
It looks really good.
It looks great. And honestly, if that's the make or break for you on this show, then I don't think you were ever going to enjoy it, right? Yeah. Like, there's so much more. The humor looked great in that. There's some good bits in that trailer. I think some of the meta stuff. I'm sorry, has it been established previously in his other appearances that Emil Blonsky, Abomination, can go back and forth between human and Abomination form?
I don't think so.
I thought he was kind of permanently Abomination.
Yeah, I wonder if Smart Hulk is maybe working with the DODC to sort of help people go back and forth. You know, he's decided to be permanent Smart Hulk, but, you know, I don't know, maybe there's someone working there.
Also in this trailer, we see a lot of, I felt like there were like 3 different levels of Jennifer Walters. There was just straight up Tatiana Maslany, normal small human, blown up strong She-Hulk. Didn't it feel like there was somewhere, it was kind of like a smaller She-Hulk? Maybe that was just the angle. It was kind of like normal size, but she's green.
Again,
maybe that was just the angles of those particular shots. Also, No Mark Ruffalo out of Hulk form in that trailer.
So yeah, he could probably go back and forth too because he was normal Bruce Banner at the end of
the Shang-Chi, yes, post-credit scene, right? He comes in with the arm sling, yes. He's just choosing, because why wouldn't you choose to stay in Hulk form? Let's be honest. Fun yoga bits. John is doing some behind-the-scenes work, maybe pulling up some other assets.
Is your mic still hot?
I think he turned off his mic. So, great. I want to go to Super Chats, because I think you guys have a lot to say here, because there's so much to go off of. All the chats.
Is talking.
LT Smash saying, Wakanda Forever seems like a weird end to Phase 4. Well, I was putting the onus on it earlier of it feeling like those earlier phases that ended in a big team up. Maybe this phase was never going to end in a big team up. Maybe it's just like, yeah, we got to end the phase at some point, and that's a big movie to end it on.
I mean, this is also the first phase with theatrical releases and Disney Plus shows, so everything is different about this phase.
Absolutely.
It's a lot longer than the first 3 phases. It's post-Blip and Thanos and all those other things. Also, have you noticed that some people say Thanos and other people say Thanos?
I say Thanos.
You put a hard A on it?
Yeah, but I think it's just the way that I say A's and stuff.
I've noticed a lot of
we don't
black
need to
people
talk
in New
about
Yorkers
it.
say
Well,
Thanos.
people come at me online about it.
About Thanos
yeah,
and
they're
Thanos?
like, Jester can't pronounce anything
I just got
right.
off the phone with Philip. Shout out to Entertainment Earth. I guess they're putting us on screens at the convention center right now. So if you're watching from San Diego, hello. Check out their website. They do some cool stuff with collectibles. You can go find out what they're all about. Entertainment Earth, and go get some cool
Friends of the
stuff.
channel, Entertainment Earth. Also, if you happen to be in San Diego, or maybe you're going to be at the con tomorrow, something like that, swing by them. Also, just looking around different halls. Philip Molina is lurking.
Yeah, he's always ever present.
Trying to find you.
Yeah,
for you.
Might be in cosplay, might not. We never know with Philip. Wow. I want to call out, we did some polls here. This is a surprising result to me. Of the new announcements, what are you most hyped for? Captain America New World Order.
Hell yeah.
27%.
I'm interested in just knowing where it's going to go. I'm interested in knowing where it's going to go.
And honestly, it's pretty split, I got to say. I'm just surprised that it's that high. 27%, tied with Daredevil Born Again, also 27%. Blade, 23%. Thunderbolts, 21%. Interesting. I would have thought Thunderbolts might be a little higher.
I will say,
Covenant
people
of Chaos
in the chat I see are saying, Quantumania trailer, they are showing exclusive footage just for the folks at Comic-Con of Quantumania. We do not have it. If we did, we would show it to you. But it does sound like they showed some footage of Quantumania. Kang was in the footage.
Yes.
Jonathan Majors on the stage saying there will be conquering. Very excited for that film. Very excited.
I want to see how we got a little image in that poster that we posted earlier, the first poster for Quantumania. But I want to see how they do it. Do you think, because we know he's kind of got that classic King comic look, do you think that's mostly like a Gore the God Butcher practical effect? Like that's prosthetics and makeup? Do you think there's a CGI thing going on?
I think they're just always into floating heads. Floating head posters will always be the go-to for Marvel, and I'm okay with it, but I think that's just, there's not that many villains in that movie to put in.
I think it's a helmet, like part of the Kang
suit. The blue and the purple is a helmet, right?
I think he has blue skin.
I thought he had blue skin, but then
the eyes,
when we were doing all of our research, it was like, no, this is part of his helmet.
No, that's in the comics. We'll see how it's portrayed in the film.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what that first trailer.
So a couple more details. MODOK confirmed for Quantumania.
Maybe
that was gonna happen.
Corey Stoll is the actor playing him. We heard.
I don't know that. I don't know that. There's rumors this can be Corey Stoll, who played Yellow Jacket in the first film.
I love that.
I don't know if it's the same character. Obviously not in the comics, but who knows? And then it sounds like they've just rolled James Gunn out, so we're primed for some Guardians of the Galaxy.
Brace yourselves. We'll be getting Guardians news soon. We'll break that as soon as it comes out.
Do we not? We don't know.
We don't know who's playing MODOK.
The rumor heading into Comic-Con
was that it would be Corey Stoll.
Corey Stoll, actor from
Oswald.
I know.
MODOK on Hulu got no respect.
I liked MODOK on Hulu. Maybe it was just me, but I watched it all and I thought it was very fun.
But very cool. So now, can we assume maybe MODOK is in the quantum realm? We know also, Wild, MODOK, a pretty substantive Marvel villain. They already got Kang. Do they need another big villain?
I know. Well, it could be one of the situations with I'm trying to think of a good example of this. I was thinking Loki in the Avengers film, and then
Yes.
Kang, and then Thanos sort of pulling the strings.
There are rumors Kang is going to be, his presence is going to be felt in a lot of future Marvel properties. It's not like they're going to defeat him in Quantumania and he's going to go away,
Also,
right?
it could be seen that like MODOK and other villains are going to start coming out of the woodworks with Kang.
Yeah.
So it's like if Kang is the long haul, all these villains are coming up. On the side.
like Loki was to Thanos.
Come here.
Famous because they ain't us, as they say in the streets.
Break your legs.
A couple other super chats we want to shout out. John McConaughey, famous brother to Matthew, has Daredevil been in his costume in the MCU? No, there's been
not in the MCU. Depending on where you want to put the Daredevil show, right? Is it in the MCU? I don't know.
Have we ever gotten official word that the Netflix Marvel shows is canon?
At the time, they always said no.
I
right?
thought they mentioned like a part of like it wouldn't be completely wiped because also why would you do that?
We could go have this conversation with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stands and figure out what we could throw down in the parking lot after this, I'm sure.
Sir Psycho Sidekick, friend of the show, with a great name, asking, what do you think the chances are of Doom being in Wakanda forever?
I want to say high.
You think high?
I think very high.
We feel really good about Namor being in there. We pretty much know he's going to be in there, but we don't know what side of the, he might be kind of a good guy joining up with the Wakandans, maybe going against them. Well, real quick, a speculation that will instantly be proven incorrect in a couple of minutes, probably. If Doom's in it, who do you think's playing Doom?
Ooh. Oh, I couldn't say.
What if that's...
No, you have to say.
It's not Howard
Stern.
Have to say. All I know is it won't be Howard Stern.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's not going to be Artie Lang. I think what if it is the like Keanu? Because they love to do fan things that are like everyone's been asking.
Sorry to cut you off. Shout out to the Entertainment Earth booth. Our audio is on now, so
thank you, Entertainment Earth.
What if it was like Keanu, and we're not doing like a young Doctor Doom. This is like ages older Doctor Doom.
He's been around.
Yeah. Look, we know Keanu is in San Diego this weekend. He did a panel yesterday
with
our buddy Coy.
With Coy, friend of the show.
A couple new updates from Guardians Volume 3. James Gunn does confirm Volume 3 is the end of the Guardians of this era of the Guardians in the MCU. We think we might get a new group of Guardians. It seems like these characters are probably sunsetting. I wouldn't be surprised after seeing the Suicide Squad if some of them don't end up making it through the film.
Yeah,
we'll see. But then they're also showing some footage from Guardians at the panel at the panel right now.
Wow,
nice.
But we know I believe. I know the holiday special has wrapped. Has Volume 3 is also wrapped?
It also has wrapped. Yeah.
Right. They kind of shot those concurrently. Obviously, we'll be getting the holiday special at the end of this year. No trailer for that yet. Maybe we get some footage as part of this panel, and then next year, in the middle of Phase 5, we get Guardians 3, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can go back to that image.
Real quick, while you pull that up, somebody threw up in the chat, do we get a Punisher in the Thunderbolts movie?
I want it. I want it so bad.
Man,
Who do you want to play the Punisher?
John Barenthal?
Yeah, same. Why would I want it to change?
He's great.
He was perfect.
He was great in that show. Interesting. They've shown a wariness about that character lately, but it feels like that would be the right time maybe to bring him in.
He's getting big on TikTok. Just bring him in.
Based on bumper stickers I sometimes see around town, he's always been big.
No.
Oh, someone said Michael Fassbender is Doom, and I think
that would be a very fun show.
But he's been Magneto for so long.
That is also true.
I don't think they're going to do a ton of crossing over of those X-Men.
Someone said Nicki Minaj.
For Doom?
Oh, no. Christian J. Morano with a super chat. Ben Affleck for Dr. Doom.
He's in a happier
let him live. Let him live.
My mom sent me a photo of him on his honeymoon asleep on the boat, and I was like, he's finally at peace. He's finally
Hit him with the pepper pots. You can rest now.
We did run a poll. Thank you. Shout out to off-screen producer Dodson, who's managing our polls today.
Yes,
he said, what's a bigger announcement, Daredevil in She-Hulk or MODOK and Ant-Man? Pretty split results. 54% of you said Daredevil and She-Hulk. I agree. I think probably just because we all love Daredevil and have had a show.
But that was a
I
close.
haven't seen the MODOK show myself.
Oh, I was like saying that's a close poll though.
Charlie Cox Hive,
Pretty split. And then a poll we ran a long time ago we didn't get to. Who are you more excited to see in Quantumania? Running away with it, Kang, 87% over stature. No love for Cassie Lang.
Back to Guardians Volume 3, some information from the footage that they just showed. We did get a look at Gamora. We don't know where she was. She's hanging out with the Ravagers now, so that's a really interesting turn for her. I wonder, this Gamora's Thanos is dead, so she doesn't have a father. She's a little aimless.
But she knows everything because that Nebula filled her in on everything. I think it is just more of a. This isn't my man. I don't know you guys that well.
I've never fallen in love with Star-Lord. I've never hung out with these Guardians characters.
So I'm gonna go this way.
Some additional info. They did get a look at Adam Warlock again. Will Poulter. And then my most excited aspect is Herbert Wyndham, the High Evolutionary. We sort of guessed he would be in this movie, but it sounds like it's confirmed.
And so we might Rocket. Of course, the High Evolutionary played a big part in Rocket in the comics and Rocket's kind of creation. Also, Rocket's lady love interest, Lila. I think Lila is kind of the otter equivalent to Rocket's raccoon. Maybe we see her.
Great tidbit. Maria Bakalova, who was in
the Borat sequel,
is playing Cosmo the space dog. If you guys are familiar with the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout ride at Disneyland, there's a little Cosmo exhibit of him.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's a full CGI character or what the story is, but it sounds like that's the character that she's going to be playing.
She's a wonderful actress. Yeah. That's very cool. Cool. Wow. And we'll probably be getting a little bit more Guardians news.
I mean, I assume they're going to be wrapping up the Guardian stuff soon because we haven't gotten anything from what I imagine they'll end the panel with, which is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
I gotta do this every time.
There you go. Every time we say Black
Panther. We're hoping we're going to get a trailer for that. All trailers that are getting released. Well, first off, content coming out on the New Rockstars channel. Our very own Eric Voss is going to be doing a recap of everything.
Yes, a much more succinct sort of put together version.
10-minute version.
Assets and everything you want to see.
And then he's going to be doing a breakdown of this Wakanda Forever trailer we hope we're getting momentarily. That'll be coming out on our channel Monday. Yep. Some of these other trailers, we might be seeing a She-Hulk trailer sometime later this week.
I imagine.
Maybe breaking down some of this other footage that we're seeing. But yeah. Whatever's coming out, your friends at New Rockstars are going to be digging deep into it.
I've got a little log line for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, too. It's James Gunn's describing the story as how Rocket is one of the saddest beings in the universe.
Oh, God.
So I think it'll truly be a very cute, sad, he's got his chip on his shoulder, trying to figure out why he is the way that he is.
I'm going to cry during this.
Maybe, I wonder if a lot of the plot is going to be around the High Evolutionary, kind of Rocket's creation, kind of.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they've always teased it, where he came from, his holes and markings on his back. One time he was taking his shirt off or whatever.
I think we got fully everyone else's kind of story, except for maybe Mantis a little bit, but we are missing his. Yeah. So this is the closer, and the closer's
really, the first movie gave us Drax's kind of arc, right?
Yeah.
He got to get over his grief. The second movie especially, Star-Lord got his arc with his father and his kind of origin.
Entire franchise, we saw Nebula and Gamora's.
Yeah. I mean, Groot can only say 3 words. I don't know how much of a arc he needs, and I Am Groot is covering a lot of him. Yeah. So, that'd be great. And man, both the CGI, Bradley Cooper's performance, the way that character, the dialogue, that's very exciting that movie's going to maybe center his story a bit.
Oh my God, Kermit in the chat. I think it says Kermit. I don't have my glasses. Rocket 100% going to die then.
No! I think there's a good chance a lot of them don't make it. Yeah, why not?
It might be Drax. I could see Drax being the one that dies because he would do anything and just being
especially sacrificing himself for one of his fellow Guardians.
He's been saying this is the end of this saga for these Guardians. Makes me think that he's probably pretty precious about these characters. If he can kill them off so that they don't get misused or mishandled, I don't think that would happen. But selfishly speaking,
you can always have future Guardians movies because in the comics, a lot of other characters have cycled through the Guardians. Even this version that we've kind of come to know with Star-Lord and Gamora and friends is a later version of the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? There are a bunch of earlier folks in there.
There is some of the Guardians cast is on stage. Chris Pratt is there. Karen Gillan is there. She says Nebula will have a little bit more levity in this movie.
Nice.
Now that Thanos is gone, she can kind of not have someone looming over her shoulder the whole time. Just lighten up a little bit.
Love it.
Yeah. Lighten up a little bit. She's finally gonna eat that fruit.
Beartrap124 in the super chat saying something we were talking about earlier. Patton Oswalt do
I'm
live action
saying,
MODOK?
bring him back.
It would be so fun.
Even if they don't, now again, the rumor is the actor Corey Stoll is going to be playing MODOK. That's an interesting choice because he literally played a different villain in the first film, and we thought he died. But you know what? I wouldn't put it past Marvel if they don't let him be the voice of MODOK. They throw him a bone, and he gets a little cameo in that film.
Well, he does play Pip in the Eternals post-credit scene, so he sort of does.
Yeah.
I mean, full CGI characters are full CGI characters.
That's true.
He's still in it.
That's true. That's a good point. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
We all forgot that he's Pip.
I hella did.
I bet he might have forgotten he's Pip. We don't know.
He's like, I'm doing another MODOK recording. This is weird dialogue.
He was in The Boys for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Not the MCU, Jessica.
I'm always gonna bring it back to.
You stop crossing streams.
I always cross streams, baby.
This is a good one. John Dunham saying in the super chat, what if the reason he wants body parts is because Rocket wants to be human? Right? That's kind of a recurring theme. He's always like trying to trade people for their, bionic arms or whatever.
Do they want to put like a little raccoon head on a human body?
I don't know.
Rocket would do that. Yeah.
It is interesting. I mean, if you wanted to get a little dark, there could be a little like cycle of abuse. Somebody that kind of formed him out of disparate parts, and now he's kind of perpetuating that of like gathering body parts to form some kind of thing. Little Frankenstein metaphor going on with him and the High Evolutionary.
He did want the Winter Soldier's Wakandan arm.
Yes, that was it. I was trying to think, whose arm was he asking for? Yeah, it was the Winter
I'll say
Soldier.
this too, in case people out there are sort of, we had mixed reactions to the Thor: Love and Thunder film. And people, this is sort of also another jokey type movie in the MCU. A lot of people in the audience are saying like that was an insanely emotional trailer. People are getting a little misty-eyed, and now the entire cast is sort of like choked up on stage. So it does sound like this movie is going to be a lot heavier than
Guardians
those
3?
first two movies. Yeah, Guardians 3.
Someone in the chat said, "Why are you guys wearing the suits?" You guys, have you ever watched like ESPN when they're doing?
This is like NFL draft coverage, election night coverage. We take Comic-Con serious, or at
this
least
is our coverage.
3 of the 4 of us take it serious. I showed up.
I'm not
Zach
wearing
started
a tie.
this, and he definitely won't finish it.
I know. I feel terrible. And again, a quick plug for this show in general. If this is maybe your first time watching The Breakroom, we make this show every weekday, 3 p.m. Pacific. We cover whatever trailers are dropping, new episodes releasing, news, casting, all that kind of stuff. Every weekday here live from New Rockstars. We also get extremely silly. Speaking of silly, Monday, our very next Breakroom show is going to be Tomicon 2022, named after Tommy Bechtold, our sometimes co-host, who's currently officiating a wedding. It's hard to say what Tomicon is going to be beyond strange.
Yeah, chaotic even.
Chaotic, I think, is a great descriptor. You definitely want to tune in this Monday to witness Tomicon live. Okay, I can't stress enough. We're live right now. That show will be live against probably our better judgment. Corey Westerhold saying, Twitter saying Bill Murray is playing MODOK. Now, I believe, there was a rumor going around Bill Murray's going to be in Quantumania. Interesting, Twitter seems to think he's playing MODOK. As of yet, that's unconfirmed. Interesting. Thank you, Corey Westerhold, for reporting that. Interesting.
It sounds like Bill Murray is not playing MODOK.
But he is in the film.
Yes, Bill Murray. I have a tweet here that says Bill Murray's alien character knows Janet. So it sounds like a different character playing an alien, not MODOK.
Somebody from the quantum realm.
That
somebody
makes
from
sense.
that little city we saw in the background that we speculated about endlessly since Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah. And Vic Clarkey saying in the super chat, what about Fantastic Four?
No Fantastic Four anything. We thought we would maybe get casting. We thought maybe we'd get a director.
That would make sense. Well, no, it doesn't make sense because I was about to say if they do end with something big in Wakanda Forever, that they'd bring it into the next phase that is the Fantastic Four. But maybe they're, I don't know, you guys. You heard my beef about the mutant stuff. I think they're kind of trying to like push that and Fantastic Four a little bit. Give it a second.
It should be said too, this is not the end of Marvel announcements. We're getting D23 in September, where who knows what they're going to talk about. At
Often when we get a lot of trailers,
it could be Fantastic Four. We could see trailers for some of this stuff.
Yes, interesting. One, I just want to point out, we've been talking on the channel a lot. All the breadcrumbs Marvel has dropped recently in these post-credit scenes, not so far, not reflected in the upcoming slate. No new Doctor Strange film. right, with Clea, Charlize Theron, that character. No Eternals film, Ares and Pip, as we previously mentioned.
Shang-Chi, both sequel movie and series have been announced, but not on that slate.
Yes. I guess the one of the Eternals post-credit scene, we did see Blade talking to Kit Harington's Black Knight character. Now, does that mean Black Knight gonna show up in the Blade film?
Possibly.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Could we get some other maybe Midnight Suns characters?
I hope. I really hope. I want Midnight Suns. I want Ghost Rider to show up again.
Yes. Come on.
I think that movie's like what's gonna be really fun for me.
Yeah.
Any dark horror kind of stuff I'm really into. So that showing up in the MCU is what I'm really actually waiting for.
Do any of you think they'll throw Morbius into the MCU? Because he did talk to Vulture at the end of Morbius.
Yeah.
So no chance of no.
I was like, I don't want to rain on your parade.
I didn't say I wanted it.
It seems like you really want it, baby.
It sounds like Chuck Woody Awuji who's playing the High Evolutionary is fully in costume right now.
Just
walking around. Again, if you're just joining us now, after this, we'll have a full sort of rundown of all of the news that you might have missed from the panel. Eric Voss will be breaking down everything in succinct, tight detail, and we'll have all cool photos from the event that we can dig up online. Some people are saying Guardians of the Galaxy footage leaked. We're not going to show it, but if you find it, good for you.
Yes. Love that. That actor, John just did a good job pronouncing his name. I won't attempt it. Great in the Peacemaker series.
Yes.
That's the same actor, right? James Gunn, if you ever book a gig with James Gunn, he will continue to hire you for the rest of your career, okay? He's a loyal man. Very cool. Oh, a couple other polls we've been running in the chat. Thank you for everybody who's participating in that. Thank you, off-screen producer Dodson. Has San Diego Comic-Con 2022 delivered so far? 73% saying yes. I want to hear from that 26% saying no.
Right?
What more do you want? Yes.
Oh, man. Thank you, Jess W, for saying hi. Yeah, you're right. Like, I thought we were maybe going to get She-Hulk and Black Panther and then go home. But this has been great.
I'm waiting for Wakanda Forever.
Yeah. That's what the 26% of people are saying.
The no will go way up if we don't get a Wakanda Forever trailer for sure.
I want Wakanda Forever.
Do you think this will be the last Guardians of the Galaxy? Was another chat. And yes, apparently, I think we ran that poll before James Gunn confirmed it on screen. Ice Bondoc throwing in the chat, Javier Bardem, Daniel Craig for Doctor Doom or Magneto?
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess you're not saying they split the role, right?
Daniel Craig would be very funny for Doctor Doom. When I say funny, I just imagine him talking to Kang, and it'd just be like Jonathan Majors and Daniel Craig in the same room talking to each other.
Interesting pairing, yeah.
That's great. Okay, a quick recap of everything.
Yeah, let me pull up the slate again. Here we go.
It's so pretty.
I know, right? Okay, so we got a ton of news for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. We know that MODOK is going to be in the film. That's coming February 17th, 2023. We got some tone confirmation for Secret Invasion, right? That's going to be that.
Tone conversation?
Well, it's important to know. Some of these Disney Plus shows have been a little lighter, and so hearing that She-Hulk's going to be a half-hour comedy, hearing Secret Invasion is going to be just like a
maybe for grown-ups.
Yeah. I mean, Marvel
Grown-ups
is doing
4?
Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies. We got word yesterday is going to be a TV MA. So who knows where they'll go with some of these shows?
Gory cartoon.
Okoye is gonna stab someone with that spear
right in the eye. Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, ooh, yeah. She's so hot right now. Did you watch the little bit of panel about The Walking Dead?
All right, I gotta interrupt.
No, you're good.
Fantastic Four has a date. Kicking off Phase 6, November 8th, 2024. November 8th, 2024. So it's a couple years away.
Wow.
But they also have a Phase 5 sort of photo up that I think they're going to be filling in the blanks for. So
wait, or are you saying no Phase 6?
We were just saying.
Excuse me. Yes, a Phase 6.
So Fantastic Four is
We are currently in Phase 4. They are dropping dates for Phase 6.
This is they have.
This is what you call generational wealth.
Fantastic Four is they already have the Phase 6 already lined. Of course they do. Of course they do.
I think they knew there'd be a revolt in San Diego if they didn't give us some Fantastic Four news.
I can't wait to see this, dude.
Wow,
they're ending strong.
No, as far as we know, no.
They're not ending. They're not ending. Come on, we got to get Black Panther.
Yes. But no, now that's just a date yet, right, John? And that is so far out. they're not even close to shooting that, so no casting news, no director news.
Well, they're still they're still looking for a director,
who knows?
right?
We might get more info. Here's the photo. They've got a bunch of dates out there. November 8th, 2024. Who knows what else we're going to see here.
And that's the graphic that's been going around, right? That particular depiction of the
they've showed that logo before.
I'm going to be 80 by then. I might be dead.
I know. Let's hope we're all still here. Wow.
Yeah, if a meteor is about to hit Earth, the first thing I'm going to say is, I'm never going to see it. I'm never going to see it.
Fast track that one, Feige.
I'm going to be like, Feige,
okay, bigger news, bigger news. Guys, sound the alarm. Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. Phase 6. Sounds maybe like a two-parter.
Someone in the chat said Secret Wars 2025, and I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I said you're ridiculous for thinking that.
Wow.
I'm ridiculous.
He said words.
I'm ridiculous.
Now, John, you're saying this is an Infinity War Endgame type of situation, back-to-back Avengers movies?
I don't know. That's just what it sounds like. Those two Avengers movies are going to end
Two
Phase
Avengers
6.
movies ending a phase makes me think that.
Yeah.
You know the brothers are working on Secret Wars. They were bringing it up. They were like, we kind of.
Oh, you're saying the Russos are coming back with it.
They're coming back.
Phase 6 will sort of bookend the multiverse saga of the MCU.
The
so
Kang
4, 5, and
Dynasty?
6 being this
Kang
multiverse.
Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars.
Well,
MT is pooping his pants.
Yeah, spoiler alert, Kang's not dying in Quantumania, confirmed.
Well,
or at least,
he could.
Yeah,
you
this,
know?
I guess some
multiple
Kang.
versions.
Yeah, some Kang will survive to end Phase 6. Good for Jonathan Majors. That guy's going to be gainfully employed for the foreseeable future.
I'm so proud
Keep
of
the
him.
muscles up.
Yes.
And now they're going to close with Wakanda Forever. So that's the Phase 6 news
Officially?
that we got. We're getting Wakanda Forever. People are coming out on stage.
So I think this news makes me feel pretty confident. We know almost everything in Phase 5.
Yeah,
right?
we got everything in Phase
And
5.
they've at least given us the beginning and end of Phase 6.
Now, no word about a mutant anywhere, right? We just got Miss Marvel confirmed first mutant in the MCU.
Yep,
Could be the last.
Y'all, they announced Fantastic Four
They
and
did.
Secret Wars.
This is
Secret
Kang Dynasty.
War
This is
and
a
the
true
Kang
treat.
Dynasty
It's a
of
true treat.
and it's called Avengers Kang Dynasty, right?
Yes, two more Avengers movies coming. Wow, that's big. And we don't know. Again, we don't know the rest of Phase 6. Maybe all the rest of Phase 6 is nothing but Wolverine solo movies. We don't know. We don't know.
I would also say, it's very possible that they put in new movies into some of these slots or new series or whatever.
Take
They've
some
done that
out.
before. Inhumans never ended up happening. Sometimes they move things around.
How did Hall H San Diego Comic-Con become our church? How did it become our religion? I literally am sweating like a sinner in a church. I'm going off at this news. Secret
So
Wars.
there is the final sort of graphic for Phase 6 here.
Oh my God, they're gonna reach Secret Wars by 2025. 2025.
Now, I do think they might need to work on their graphic design.
No, I think that's intentional. I think
You think they're keeping them generic, kind of?
No, because the first Avengers one over there, Kang Dynasty, is like filled in. And that second one, Secret Wars, is hollow for some reason.
Ooh, get the
I think
theory
that's,
hat
I
on,
think that's
Owusu.
intentional. Something's going on.
I like where your mind's
They're
at.
all
That's
dead.
Or
good.
we're in like another like maybe emptied out, hollow purgatory type dimension for that last Avengers.
You know what this is also telling me? It's also telling me with Secret Wars, it's like if someone dies this phase, next phase, they might show up again in Secret Wars.
Get a different
I
version.
think
They're
they
gonna
will,
get a
right?
different
From a different
version.
point in
So
time or
don't
another
cry. Don't
dimension?
cry because they're dead. They're gonna watch her show Scarlet Witch show up in that.
John, I'm sorry. The dates. Fantastic Four. What's the date on that?
Fantastic Four, I've got November 8th, I believe, 2024. Yep.
And then Secret Wars. What is the
May
end?
2nd, 2025.
See, that's.
I'm sorry, Secret Wars is November 7th, 2025.
But that's a year.
Yeah, short phase.
They're getting a whole phase in a year. The current phase we're in.
Yeah, it's a whole.
Well,
has
that
been-
started
I mean,
in
since it-
2019, right?
Yeah.
With
Now the
Far
pandemic
From Home,
might have goofed some stuff, but still, it's been a 3-year
That goofy
run.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Goofy little
What
pandemic.
if Kang is going to
Interesting.
become what we see Doctor Doom in Secret Wars? Kang is going to be that version of Doom.
Big bad.
It
I
feels
think,
like it.
I think that's why they set it up for afterwards. It's going to be something big, and then they're all going to be transported to a different planet, and they're all going to have to fight, and then Kang's going to be the leader of the bad team.
And as somebody pointed out in the chat, which Secret Wars do we want to see? As we know, like Marvel has done Secret Wars a couple times, different versions. They've all been pretty cool. One was kind of a little cheesier 80s one, but
I love that one. That one's the most fun. Galactus falling from the sky.
Sahil Goat said, "Bro, I'm literally gonna be in college when Secret Wars comes out." All of us are like,
Yeah, me too. I got my final.
Iron Man with my dad my freshman year of high school, and now
I'll be taking my pacer test, dude.
I have to go in on a walker. Like, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, the bifocals on the Breakroom cast will be thick by that time.
So people who are wondering what's happening with the Wakanda Forever panel, they did a little bit of a musical performance, it sounds like, and then Ryan Coogler is now taking the stage. So maybe we'll see a trailer
Musical
soon.
performance.
Shout out Ryan.
Performance.
Who performed? Did it say?
Don't know.
Kendrick?
In the chat,
Elijah come out with drums.
Kid Cudi left that. He left that set to come to this one.
Kid Cudi had to storm off of the Rolling Loud stage to make it to San Diego.
Someone said Russos have to do 2 movies, right, for Secret Wars.
You gotta think they're definitely
gonna do
Secret Wars. It'd be a slap in the face.
If they don't, I'm gonna slap them in the face. And on top of that, yeah, I do think after talking it out on the break room, I do think it's gonna be like 3 movies. I don't think it's gonna
like
be
a trilogy.
Yeah, dude, I don't
What
think
do you mean?
so.
2 that they just announced.
I mean, they're probably,
They're gonna move so much
that's
stuff.
already probably 5.5 hours worth of film.
Yeah.
They're gonna move a lot of things around.
I think
I think they're gonna make it into 3 movies.
I think they could do a similar thing they did with Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, which is just like the movies preceding it are sort of like mini Avengers films. You got a lot of team ups, and it sort of leads you to a place.
I mean, I love, doesn't it feel like with Phase 6 being so tight, and again, they're all years in advance, we don't know if that's going to stay the way it is right now, but that it is going to be like the Infinity Gauntlet saga. They're going to plan out all the films in that. Because again, a lot of the films we've had lately have been kind of origin stories, have been kind of separate stories, maybe kind of finishing some storylines, starting new storylines, but that is going to be like a 7 or 8 film tight, actually less because it's only a year, right? It's going to be like a 4, 5, 6 film tight storyline.
Yeah.
And we have Disney Plus shows, so that could fill in
Also,
a lot of stuff in between movies and before movies.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so taken
Okay.
aback. What are they gonna cover at D23? What are they even gonna do there?
Mutants.
We get trailers for some of these things that we're just now getting announcements
That is
for.
true. That is true.
Again, things that we were kind of waiting on that we haven't gotten. Again, no word. Werewolf by Night.
Yep.
It is.
D23.
No, I guess they can't talk about it if there's not a full moon.
They gotta wait on that.
No footage for the Marvels. No footage from Loki season 2. No footage from Echo, even though we know that is shooting or is already wrapped.
Ironheart as well as shooting.
Ironheart has been shooting. Anthony
Shit's
Ramos told us shit's fire. No word on Armor Wars in general, even though, hasn't Don Cheadle talked about that in the past, that is happening?
Oh, it's been announced. They threw it up on a screen at some point, yeah.
So we don't know if that's been canceled or rearranged or whatever. No footage from Agatha House of Harkness. And as of now, no Guardians footage, right? Or
They showed Guardians footage at the convention, but nothing public.
no publicly released.
Yeah. I know.
And no Quantumania trailer. Now, the way Marvel's been doing it lately, you don't get a trailer until the previous movie has kind of come out, basically, right? So probably not until after Wakanda Forever in November. Maybe then we get our first look, or around then we get our first look at Quantumania.
Yeah, we'll see. I think I wouldn't be surprised. We have to get new footage for something at D23, right? That's in September.
We gotta get started.
And it can't just be Werewolf by Night.
They're giving us
didn't get
because
any
D23
audits.
is everything, right? So they'll announce
There'll be
like
Star Wars
Disney
news,
is
there'll be
everything.
Pixar news. Yeah. Yeah.
Some new Mickey Mouse stuff.
I know.
Also,
new merchandise.
you know what?
Ghost
We
of Molly
want a
McGee.
quick shout out to, again, the Warner Brothers DC panel. We started talking about, and then we got interrupted by a lot of news. Though, to be fair, there were 2 great trailers in that panel and nothing else. DC, if you want us to talk more about you got to give us more
just announce more
tidbits,
shit, I
okay?
guess.
We need more news.
Not just news of infighting. We need content. Disney, Warner Brothers, Discovery.
We want to see what your phases look like, please.
Did you say Warner Brothers Discovery?
I sure did.
Yeah. So the Wakanda Forever panel, or the Wakanda Forever group, is still on stage. Ryan Coogler's giving just a nice tribute to Chadwick Boseman, he was here 5 years ago debuting footage for Black Panther, and sitting next to him was T'Challa, the late great Chadwick Boseman. It gets a big applause, and then he says the impact that he made on the industry will be felt forever. We put our love for Chadwick into this film, but we also put our passion. So it does feel like a lot of this film, or maybe even just the beginning or whatever, will be sort of honoring him and even the character and all that kind of thing.
I don't know that I'll be able to make it through the opening credits without me fucking crying my face off.
I'm
in Wakanda
gonna be
Forever.
so wild in Wakanda Forever. It's gonna be a problem.
You think
They're
this
gonna be
kente cloth tie is extreme? I'm gonna have a whole suit. Bro, I do have a whole suit.
Wait, you didn't wear it.
Well, I'm saving it for the premiere of the movie. November, we coming for you. We coming.
I love you so much. The fit that you're gonna wear.
Oh.
I'm just gonna shave my head.
I'm gonna show you a
I'm
little
gonna shave
preview.
my head.
Hey!
I'm gonna come in with a spear. Well, maybe
No,
not.
they're gonna let you
Well, yeah,
wear
that's
it.
true. I'll come in with a stick. Yeah, maybe even
Maybe
that.
an inflatable Dora Milaje
Yes.
spear. You know how like
If you shave your head, I'll shave my head.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that you're standing with me.
What will the themed popcorn tin look like for Wakanda Forever? This was the Thor: Love and Thunder AMC.
You know what?
popcorn tin.
It'll be like how at the Dodgers games you could get a Dodgers kind of helmet, baseball hat full of like popcorn or whatever. It's gonna be Black Panther helmets. Just full of popcorn.
Oh, I like
It better
that.
be a full Panther.
whole
And I get to
Panther.
take it home and train it.
Love it. Couple of super chats. Dr. Doom may be a variant of Kang from Sky Knight 84.
Ooh,
Interesting.
What a theory.
But that feels like
I think I pitched that for a rogue theory, and I'm very into it. So go off, Sky Knight.
I like it. I just hope that doesn't mean that they kind of use up two great villains in one. You know what I mean? As long as they both get to have their own kind of unique storylines.
Well, they would be two different characters.
Yeah,
just
that's a
the
good
same,
point.
Same
Marvel has
soul.
done that. You know, they threw the Planet Hulk storyline into Ragnarok, so
Yeah.
that wouldn't be the first time.
I mean, yeah, I think it would be just like how they did Loki. It'd be Loki and
Sylvie?
Sylvie, yeah.
Now, I also wonder that Phase 6, does that mean maybe Phase 6 is the Kang phase, even though we know he's already shown up in Phase 4 and he's going to be a presence in Phase 5? Because, like, Kang also has a huge history with the Fantastic Four. Is he maybe the villain there and throughout that phase leading up to the Kang Dynasty? Wow.
Hard to know. What I do know is that Namor is now confirmed for Black Panther Wakanda.
Okay.
We sort of knew that
we
was
get
gonna
watery
be-
in Wakanda.
Yeah, we sort of knew that was going to happen. We had the line in Endgame with Okoye saying earthquakes
Underwater
under the
earthquakes,
Earth
yeah.
Sea or whatever. We deal with it by not dealing with it. It sounds like
Now
they're
they're
gonna
dealing
deal
with it. Yeah. Time to pay the piper.
Wow. Cool. And then that actor, Tina Huerta, am I pronouncing that? Am I making that up?
I think
What
that's
did you
right.
call me?
I know. Fair.
Oh God, with that tie on, you changed. Once we start talking
then,
about Wakanda Forever, you start getting very aggressive.
And then actors playing Namora, Atuma, Anika, Riri Williams. Sounds
Yeah.
like she's going to be in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and Namor are all, and Winston Duke is there too.
Oh, that's
Oh,
my
love
baby,
Winston Duke.
Winston C.
Couple super chats I want to shout out. Thank you to everybody chatting in general. Super chatting, we appreciate you. You throwing us a couple doubloons there in the chat helps us bring the show to you. Sartan, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Could Secret Wars end up being a full-on mutant in movies and X-Men movies in Phase 7? Like, maybe that's how you introduce mutants in Secret Wars, and that leads into the following
You think they're
phase?
going to wait that long? 2025?
Truly, that we will have cleansed our palate from all the Fox
Yeah.
mutant movies
Yeah.
by
I
that
want,
point.
But I want the mutants in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Well,
is-
but I think maybe that's kind of what he's proposing, right? Like, a lot of the Secret Wars storylines are like, they gather up all the superheroes, make them fight on a planet, right? That could be, well, you could gather up a whole group of superheroes we've never seen before, and that's one way we meet them, right?
Joe Fasho, speaking of mutants, also says
Joe
Deadpool nowhere to be seen. Deadpool 3, maybe that'll be announced at D23.
Maybe,
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. They do have things to announce at D23,
Yes.
right? Even though this does feel like everything.
Ryan Reynolds is, has been beating the Deadpool drum. That guy wants to make more Deadpool movies for sure.
Yeah.
We saw that there was a great photo of him leaving Kevin Feige's office a few years ago. Maybe it was just to exchange holiday cards. We don't know, but we assumed it was talking Deadpool.
I'm really excited for Riri.
Yeah.
Fucking pool, I know, right?
Riri Williams will be fun, especially because now that they open the world to Wakanda and like is open to everybody else, it's like, oh, where is this gonna take STEM? And I can't wait to see like Riri Williams be like, I have access to so much more now, and see where it goes.
Yeah, in the United States, because he set up that Wakandan or science center
In the Bay Area.
Oakland, right? Yeah.
I'm sure by now it's like everywhere. I'm assuming
Oh.
by now it's like there's
yeah.
one station everywhere, and maybe Shuri's like overseeing a lot of it.
Yeah.
Ugh, but I can't wait.
My nerves, I'm jittery.
Yeah,
My
I know.
refresh finger is.
It's getting a
We're both
workout.
exhausted.
I'm still not
and-
over. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna be over Secret Wars. The fact that they acknowledged it, I was like, that's not gonna happen forever.
And And then they said, boom, here it is.
They said, Russo brothers.
I know, it was funny the Russo brothers going out and saying, like, no, you haven't talked to anyone about it, but here we are,
What I like
10
about
days
that,
later? And
unlike a lot of other celebrities do, they're like, they have such a hard time trying to be like, no. The Russo brothers were like, we're waiting for them to ask us. That's a good way to neck people.
Russo brothers, big weekend for them.
Great Kevin Feige move if he was like, yeah, we're using someone else. That's why you haven't had any talks with us.
Yeah, Russo brothers' latest film, The Gray Man, starring Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling, out on Netflix right now. It's a fun watch. Real quick, we loved it at the time, but we had to kind of rush over it because there's so much news. The change of the title for the Agatha House of Harkness to Agatha
Coven of Chaos.
Coven of Chaos.
So good.
What if it's like a coven trying to find her and she's still like trapped within Wanda's magic and they're like, no, you're Agatha, don't you remember? And it's like, no, what am I?
I would also love that. I mean, we got word that a What If episode yesterday during the animation panel is going to be set in the Marvel 1602 universe, which is kind of this Elseworld universe of like, Elizabethan England Marvel characters. What if the Agatha show is set? I mean, we saw her in like, colonial America all the way to kind of present day. What if it's set in some in-between time? What if that's set in like 1822 or something like that in Salem, Mass, like that's where that coven is.
Yes.
They have referred to it as a dark comedy. So it'll be an interesting, where they toe that line, I don't know. But
do you? They already are singing in the chat. Do you think that it was Agatha all along? Will be the intros.
I don't think it'll be a musical.
Isn't that song like chart?
Yeah.
It got some awards or something, right?
Nick Morris in the chat saying, I think they shouldn't tell us when Deadpool comes out. Make it a surprise. Like it just shows up in theaters.
Like
we don't.
Oh my God! Please don't do that. Poor Voss will
I would
have
love
a hard
it
time.
if movie studios started using the Beyonce model of just the movie's here.
You just sign up for some streaming service you don't want.
It shows up on your phone like a U2 album.
Thank you for your generosity, Dylan Bodie in the chat. We appreciate you, Jay Knight. Miss Marvel, Hassan actually astrolabe and the sentient star is in his ring. Okay, I don't understand those words, Jay Knight. We might need Eric Voss to decrypt that for us, but I assume it's a good point. Thank you.
Speaking of chats, we got a big number up there.
Wow! We want to shout out everybody who's been watching the Break Room all week long. We set a stretch goal for the week to hit $1,500, and that would unlock Tomicon for Monday. We did that a few days ago.
We have to cosplay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
full cosplay for Monday.
We're gonna have to do full cosplay tomorrow for Tomicon. Again, tune in tomorrow. Monday. Apologies. Monday, Tomicon. It's the second biggest event on the calendar after San Diego Comic-Con. It's going to be wild.
Bigger than D23 then.
Bigger than D23. Bigger than Warner's Fandome. Which, I just thought about that. Is that maybe why Warner Brothers didn't give us as many?
They're still doing that this year?
Well, I don't know. I don't know that it's been announced, but maybe they're saving some of their stuff for Fandome.
We should know better than that.
Because we didn't get any Joker news. We know there's a Joker project in the works.
Songs.
Yeah.
I wanted musical.
From Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
We wanted Gaga on stage. Maybe there's more shoes to drop there. We hope for DC. But yeah, Tomicon coming Monday. It's going to be wild. Tune in, 3 p.m. Pacific.
This one.
Tomicon.
Real quick, we'll go through the panel here as John waits. I think we're patiently awaiting for a Wakanda Forever trailer. As soon as it,
if you want to know what's happening, it's they have a lot of the actors out on stage and they're just sort of talking briefly about the movie and how excited they are to be in it. I don't have a ton of great info for you guys, but as soon as there's good news, big news, we'll be talking about it.
And it feels like they're taking their time with this one because it's the next film.
Yeah.
It's kind of kicking off the press tour for Wakanda Forever. Again, they've been radio silent on it. They've given us nothing up until now. Yep. So it's going to be a big reveal. But real quick, let's go down the panel, not counting Wakanda Forever because we haven't gotten a trailer or any kind of big news on that. What's been your favorite thing so far?
Mine's Secret Wars.
The Secret Wars reveal.
This is huge. I just we heard the title Kang Dynasty yesterday or the day before.
With the copyright
stuff. We didn't know if it was real. Kang Dynasty. I hope it's better than the Age of Ultron. The Dynasty of Kang. I hope it's a little bit more impressive than that. But that is
it has
what
to.
I'm most
I love
excited
the the choice of words.
Yeah.
Dynasty.
Yeah.
Dynasty. He's the king.
The Duck Dynasty.
Is it Duck Dynasty? If it's Duck Dynasty, sign me up. I'm still gonna see
watch
it.
them get a cameo in there.
Oh god.
What about you, Zach? favorite part?
Oh man, it is tough. There was such like a wall of information and excitement. You know what? I gotta say, when I look at the slate, maybe it's because some of these 2025 things are so far off. I'm just like, I can't even process that yet. I'm really jazzed for Blade. And we're getting Blade soon.
Yeah.
Sooner than I expected, next year.
Next Halloween season.
That's awesome. I'm very jazzed for that.
Yeah.
I wish it was a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
Only because November 3rd is when I start putting up my Christmas decorations.
Oh,
so
you're gonna have to do it right after the movie, yeah. It's like bloody Christmas decorations.
We do have some quotes rolling in from some of the actors. Dominic Thorne, who's playing Riri Williams, or Ironheart, says the impact of Black Panther had on the world was massive, and so to be a part of it, returning to the screen and to play this beautiful new young mind. Speaking of young Avengers, we forgot to list Riri Williams.
Great point.
And to be a part of this perspective is a blessing and a gift. I think like everyone working on this movie, it sounds like they had like a really wonderful sort of emotional experience and really had a great familial bond between all these people.
Yeah, this is one of those movies you probably get like tattooed on your
right.
Yeah.
Tenoch Huerta, who's playing Namor, says, "I come from the hood, seriously, and thanks to inclusion, I'm here."
Who says this?
Tenoch Huerta, who's
Oh, so
playing
it's
Namor.
confirmed. Okay.
Yeah. Confirmed. Yes. Thanks to inclusion, I'm here. He says a lot of kids out there, their hoods are looking at them on stage, dreaming, and they can make it. And he says, by the way, Namor is amazing. I'm so excited.
Okay, well, I hope he would be
he
excited
went to,
about his own
Namor's
character.
a little man.
this character's man, but these paychecks.
Amazing.
I can buy my hood now.
As we've coined the term here on the break room, thirsty thespians, and no slander here. Every Marvel actor is going to root for their own character to appear in a million Marvel properties because they all want to get paid. Yeah. Who wouldn't?
And they know there's a multiverse, so if they die, they could come back in another universe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who would imagine Haley Atwell would still be getting Marvel checks in the year of our Lord 2022? Good for
beyond,
her.
Yeah.
Yes, and beyond.
Yeah. I was super excited for Blade, but I'm going to say Wakanda Forever, especially now that we know it's ending Phase 4.
Yeah.
So that is going to be super huge.
I will be right back. We have a trailer for Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Oh, let's go!
Right back.
John's going to be uploading that trailer.
We gotta get ready.
We're going to watch it live as part of this, and then we'll react to it afterwards. John's going to be pulling that up ASAP. We're all very excited to see this.
I can't wait.
Yes. Wow.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Well,
can't wait.
real quick, this is your last chance to do it before we see the trailer. What are you expecting to see in it?
I feel like we're gonna get a little piece. There has to be like a big person, like not a big person, but like someone, right? Someone. So maybe. Well, this is the last one. This is the last one. Or not even an introduction. Like, what if Captain Marvel just shows up out of nowhere?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe. Well, she's stuck in Kamala's room.
Or what if we think that and Kamala is in Wakanda?
I like that. The speculation of like, okay, we know Namor's going to be in there. Are we going to see a Marvel character that is not a Wakandan?
Bucky's probably going to be in there.
Do you think we see Bucky? Is there another non-Wakandan Marvel character that we might see in this?
Yeah. Hurry up and play the trailer. Hurry up, John.
Jen's fingers are bleeding. He's
anymore.
typing and scrolling so fast.
We're trying to find it.
I love it. Do you think this trailer is going to position Namor as the antagonist, as the bad guy, as the character fighting the Wakandans?
I think so. I think it might be a situation where he's, for most of the movie, that's who the Wakandans are fighting against, is the Atlanteans, but by the end of it, they come together to fight another different antagonistic force.
Yeah. That's great. And that antagonistic force might be Dr. Doom.
Hey, it might be Doom. We'll see.
Great comic story arc featuring Namor and Dr. Doom at different points working together against the Wakandans. Really good in the last 10 years. Okay, yeah, we are very jazzed again. We're going to be watching live here for the first time the Wakanda Forever trailer, then reacting to it afterwards. We appreciate everybody that's been here today. Marvel just squeezed all the juice out of this lemon. They've kept us here longer than we anticipated. We thank you for staying here with us. Thank you everybody who's been in the chat, filling out polls, sending us super chats. We feel the love and we send it back to you. We hope everybody's having a good Saturday afternoon, evening.
We are so, you're tapping your fingers, you're tapping your knee. We can't, we're chomping at the bit for this.
It's like trailer. We're waiting for the envelope to open to hear,
I'm about to take a chunk out of this table.
I know. I'm worried about Jessica's well-being right now.
I am sweating.
Just from the Secret Wars reaction, your head almost popped off. I can't.
Call the number on my bracelet. Help me, I've fallen and I can't get up. I need this.
Get this woman a life alert. She's ready.
Call 911. I'm so excited. The Secret Wars one, I'm just, it's more so me being taken aback because I was so stubborn about it.
Okay, John's
we
back.
ready?
I need a couple seconds, but yeah.
We're ready to roll. We also, real quick before we roll this, we want to thank BetterHelp. Helped us bring our show to us this week. Actually, if you check the description of this video and click on that link, you can get a great discount on BetterHelp. We appreciate them sponsoring the show. And we appreciate you folks for choosing to patronize them and help us out as well.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Unmute it.
Let's give it a shot.
No woman, no cry. Hey, little darling, don't shed no tear. No woman, no cry. Good friends we have, and good friends we've lost along the way. In this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears, I say. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright now. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
And when I wake up,
Wow.
Woo! I gotta go watch that 7 more times.
What a trailer. Also, what a song. What a everything.
A song Bleed. It was Bob Marley's No Woman, No Cry. It's a Kendrick Lamar's We Gonna Be Alright.
Oh.
Ooh.
Everyone here is a little speechless right now, right?
Heavy, emotional, and then also insane action set pieces. Also, all these people we don't know who they are doing cool stuff that we don't know what they're doing. I mean,
very little dialogue.
Just an incredible
Angela
monologue.
Bassett with the kind of fiery.
I can't wait for that monologue of I am the like this is my place, and I'm gonna go.
Go off, Queen.
Oh my God, Angela Bassett.
Auntie Angie.
I'm glad that they were like, she's gonna step up. Like she's gonna be because in the first movie she is still there. She's still a queen, but it's like she didn't have as much power. And it was coming through. In this, they were like, we're gonna give Angela Bassett her own seat. She is going to get her own.
Somebody pointing out in the chat is that final shot when we see somebody in what looks like a Black Panther suit and the claws coming out. It kind of looks like the Killmonger suit color
gold.
scheme.
It's gold.
It is,
it's the gold and black versus the purple and black. We don't know. We don't know who that is. That could have been Shuri. That could have been. We don't know.
It should be said too. We will have Eric Voss will do a reaction to this. I'm sure he's going through frame by frame as we speak right now. That'll be out on the channel. The first thing after this video wraps is going to be out on the channel. We're going to wrap this up and I'm going to go help edit that.
Yes.
And then on Monday we'll have a full breakdown of this trailer for you guys.
Can I go out on a limb? This is dumb because it's like recency bias. Jessica's wrecked. She'll never be the same. Is that maybe the best Marvel trailer we've seen in a long time?
I loved it.
Incredible.
It was an homage and it was a trailer. It was setting up things for the future, but it was also like, you guys as the audience, we see you, we hear you, and we're also mourning.
And get hype and please give us your money. Like, I mean, the tickets were already sold, but the tickets are double sold now, right? Like, anything
Ryan
you need to see that
Coogler,
movie.
Like such a craftsman. He is such an incredible director. Everything he's done has been so full of like heart and life. And this movie, I mean, from the first shot, and we were all sitting here, we were like, oh my God, is that a funeral? You know, what is it?
And a water birth.
Yes.
An end and a beginning in this trailer.
Yes, and like it was all white, like kind of like a wedding, right? Like we don't know what was going on. Maybe even a coronation,
Or
a crowning of a new leader or something like that.
Yeah.
Those that scene of the them jumping over the wall and then the people from the water climbing up the wall. I was like, I'm gonna go off in this movie.
Yes.
People
It's
are
gonna be
people are
weird.
asking if the panel is over. This was the last thing for the panel, so we're gonna stay here with.
Yeah,
talk
we'll
with
just
you
have a
guys
couple
little
more
bit about
minutes
it.
of recapping everything we saw and continue to react to that Wakanda Forever panel, and then we've all got to go sleep, rewatch that.
Sleep is
obsess
for the
over
dead.
it.
We gonna watch that trailer 17 more times.
I mean, wow, what a trailer! Very excited, and again, we don't have to wait. No 2025, 2026 razzmatazz for that. We're getting that movie in a matter of months.
I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I will say the crowd went crazy on Hall H. They played that trailer a second time, and then in a very Oprah moment, Kevin Feige gave everyone a Miss Minutes hat to go home with.
You get a hat. You get a hat. You get a hat.
Jessica's shell shocked.
Oh my goodness.
Got
Again,
enough for me on this show. I'm done now.
Eric Voss video coming out on the channel soon, reacting to all of the Marvel news, and then we'll get a breakdown of that excellent Wakanda Forever trailer on the channel Monday as soon as we can. We're gonna pour a ton of effort and love into that. Very excited to watch that breakdown.
Yeah, should we one last time before we go just sort of look at the upcoming slate for the next few years of our collective lives?
Yes, yes,
All right,
yes.
let's see. Here we go. From the top.
It's gonna be all right, baby. It's gonna be all right.
Thank you, Stephanie Horton,
We
for
gonna
saying,
be all right.
Stephanie Horton in the chat saying it was almost like being at San Diego Comic-Con watching with us. Thank you,
Oh,
Stephanie.
thank you so much.
Oh
That's
my
so
God.
sweet.
Oh, that's the wrong
okay.
camera.
There we go.
So, apart from Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which we just saw a trailer of, incredible stuff, we've got Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Secret Invasion, Guardians Volume 3, Echo, Loki Season 2, The Marvels, Blade, Ironheart, Agatha Coven of Chaos, Daredevil Born Again. This was a crazy day. Not to mention, we barely talked about Captain America
barely
New
touched
World
on it,
Order.
yes.
And then the Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts.
And
We didn't
then,
even know
of
who was in
course,
that. Yeah.
Fantastic Four, Avengers Kang Dynasty, Avengers Secret Wars. What an amazing day.
Mark your calendars for the next 5 years.
Truly.
Wow. Also, you know what? Not only do we not get most of what the Phase 6 is, we just got kind of the bookends. There's a lot of Disney Plus stuff not on there yet, right?
Plugging in the holes.
Yeah, that they're going to be filling in. So it's like, whoo.
A lot of connective tissue there on the Disney Plus channel.
Yeah, no mention of Hawkeye Season 2, which has sort of been rumored and like that. Yeah, so, stay tuned. We'll probably do another one of these special live events during D23. Thank you guys so much for sitting here and watching with us. Again, Eric's going to have a reaction to this Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer out on the channel next, then a full recap of everything. It's going to be like a 45-minute video, who knows, of everything that was announced today, and then on Monday we'll have our Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer breakdown.
Yes.
The work on that starts today.
Subscribe to New Rockstars if you're not already subscribed for all of these and other great Marvel-related content. And watch The Breakroom every weekday, 3 p.m. Pacific. Our faces, other great faces and voices talking Marvel and all kinds of stuff. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jess, Eric, Zach.
John.
We'll be back on Monday with Comic-Con with Brandon Barrick and Tommy Bechtold. If you missed them today, they're off doing more important things.
Oh no, they're not. After that
Nothing supersedes
trailer,
this.
we gonna be all right.
Bye, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
We go.